Oops, I need right now. Hello, hello, my beloved friends. It is Friday, as if that matters, right? In our times right now. Friday, 11 o'clock, and we are together again for a little chat. And so happy that you are here with me and that I can share something that is it's, it's very apropos to our time right now. And it is about how our thoughts actually become things. Well, we all have heard about the power of manifestation. And for a few, it really works. And the majority of people say, well, it doesn't work. I tried it, I wished it, I wanted it, and it didn't, it still hasn't happened. Let me just talk a little bit about how this really works. You see, our thoughts are really a vibrational energy. They are just like a radio station sends out frequencies. It's a frequency that goes out into the universe. And on that frequency, electrons are carried, which are really the building blocks for things to manifest. Now, you can imagine if you want to build something and you have a carrier where you put all of the material on, but then that carrier with all of the material goes, sometimes it goes in this direction, the other times it goes into another direction, and then it stops, and then it changes the material. Uh, it's very confusing, and it doesn't really uh, come to the thing that it's supposed to build or that's supposed to bring into being. And so it is with our thoughts. Our thoughts are our thoughts are absolutely the carriers of the manifesting of the electrons that manifest the thing that we think about, that we want. But how are our thoughts usually? Our thoughts are usually all over the place, right? We are scattered. We are mostly scattered in our thoughts. We want something, yes, and then we focus on it for a little time, and then we lose it again. And if we are unsatisfied with how things progress, or something happens that looks like it's creating a challenge, we are so easy to give up. Um, and so we are interrupting. It's almost like static. Does anybody remember the radios all the way back when? I mean, probably 50 years ago, or even longer, where you had to really dial in the exact station, and when you're just a little bit off, you had static. You didn't hear very well anymore. And so it is with our thoughts. If they are not tuned in exactly, perfectly, to the right frequency, and then you have static, and the universe does not really get the message. So, because we so often believe that just with our partners should really know what we want, and how we feel, and what we require, and what we like. No, if we don't voice it, if we don't broadcast it, so to speak, to our partner or to our children, then there's misunderstanding and confusion. So it is with manifesting. Thoughts are things, and scattered thoughts create scattered results. Very laser focused thoughts that are there for a period of time that is necessary in order to actually bring all of the pieces together to make this, whatever your desire is, come to pass. It needs to be crystal clear. It needs to hold that thought over however long, until it comes to pass. Okay, so It's absolutely science that thoughts create. And it's absolutely science that if your thoughts are laser focused, you're actually manifesting what you think. Um, Unless it is, something that is not, you cannot think about wanting the world to come to an end, something like this. This would not work because this is against the law of the universe and the law of love. And anyway, so, but for you personally, in your personal life, what you experience is actually what you think. There is there are physical laws, but there is no absolute reality. That's why when you see a group of people who witness an event and you ask each of them what they saw, they will, if there are 10, you will probably get at least eight, maybe not opposite, but different experiences, different reports, because they saw what happened through the eyes of their belief system. What you believe colors your thoughts and colors the experience in your life. So this is really something that is so often not really very, very clear or very well understood. And that's why I want to offer you you will see the link in my on different media platforms, and definitely here as well. There is a movie that's coming out today. It's launched today, and it's called Why Thoughts Become Things, or How Thoughts Become Things. And it's kind of a sequence to uh, The Secret. I think in 2006 or so, a long time ago, some decades ago, the world was kind of blessed, but also woken up. The idea, because everything is an idea first, but then because it is scientifically true, the coming together of science and scientists and uh, incredible people and luminaries and leaders in this documentary, The Secret, really brought in a different, gave us all a little bit of a jolt, I would say. They said, oh my goodness, yes. And this was so successful because deep in our heart of hearts, we know this because we create all the time, unconsciously, of course. Some create consciously because when you have somebody who just knows from when they are small what they want to be, and they are already being it at a young age, because that's where their whole focus is, that's where their passion is, that's what they will have, and then they work for it, and then they don't let that thought go until they accomplish it. A very good friend and mentor of mine, Bo Eason, is a living example of that. I think at the age of 9, he put his life's purpose on a piece of paper with crayon. He painted he put it on a piece of paper to be the best safety, I think, in the NFL. He wanted to be top athlete, play in the NFL, be a superstar, but he wasn't built like that. He was not built like that at all. So against all odds, and that's why he created this Broadway play, which he did all by himself, 2 hours, and it's called Runt of the Litter. So even for somebody who, when everybody says it's impossible, if you hold strong to your belief, to your thinking, and in a way that you're actually already living it, you're already becoming it, then you will manifest it. it just depends on how strong your belief is, how strong your focus is, and how committed you are to what you want to bring into manifestation. So we are living at a time right now where we are rethinking, right? We are remanifesting. Some of us have to start again from scratch, and some have actually uh, found that this is a blessing in the sky, because what they have been doing up to this point is not really what their heart and soul's purpose has been. So they are having been given, we all have been given an opportunity to recalibrate, or to totally almost become a metamorphosis, like the butterfly who has to go into, I mean, the worm has to go into caterpillar actually, will build a cocoon, not to just change into a butterfly. It's not about change at all. It is about metamorphosis, where everything that was there before has to become anew, has to first um, disintegrate to be rebuilt into something else. So if you want to create something new, then all of your old ideas and behaviors have to be have to dissolve. That's, I think, a good way of doing it, or disintegrate or dissolve into a neutral, into a mass, into a creative mass, out of which you can create something new, something that you now want. It's a fascinating process. And I have studied it. I have learned quite a bit about it. I have practiced it in my life. And if you want to know more about it, please get in touch with me, and I will tell you more about it. But this movie that's coming out today, that's coming out now, well, there is a pre-launch. Is it launched today? At 12:30 there is a launch party, and I will give you the link here. And this new movie, almost like a sequence of this secret, will be released, and there will be a lot of wonderful bonuses, and it's almost like a tremendous celebration of what we can do now. This movie will explain how your thoughts become things. And I think this is really important and valuable for all of us. So I invite you to become part of it, and to watch it, and to get all of the tools and the bonuses. And I am excited, because we can see this time as, oh my God, it's horrible, and there is horror with that. But all of those families who have lost loved ones, and are in peril, and are in terrible discord, we have to embrace them. Whatever we can do, of course, we need to do, and then to embrace them with our love and in our heart, and send the greatest amount, like a tidal wave of love to them, to that, because love heals. Only love really heals all wounds. And then from there we have to move forward with not going back to what it was before. We don't want to go back. We want to create something new. I believe the universe, God, Mother Earth, has given us a tremendous opportunity to be still, to be locked away in our room, to think things over. While I think the Earth is really gotten a chance to, at least a little bit, to breathe again, and to regenerate some of the damage. I mean, definitely the air is clearer, the water is clearer, wildlife is coming out more. There are so many signs of how nature really enjoys for us to be um, less outside, or less polluting, and be kind of yes, locked away in our rooms. But the time to re-emerge is approaching. And our responsibility is, what is it what that you want to create? What is it that is, how do you envision the world? Become what you want to see first. So it's a beautiful, beautiful process, and I believe that this is each of ours opportunity to create what we came here to create. You came here with the purpose. You came here with a blueprint in your soul to be here at this incredible time of shifts and changes, and you are ready for it. You are ready to it. You have that peace that is absolutely necessary, that is absolutely important for the whole to become whole and beautiful. Okay, so I leave you with this. I'm totally over time here, but I think this was a really, really important message, and I didn't want to cut it too short. I love you, and we will continue this conversation definitely. And this weekend, just take a little more time, and also please have a look at this new documentary that's just launching today, how thoughts become things. I invite you to it. I love you, and I know that we are all shifting and changing, and make it the best. Make today the best day of your life, and then tomorrow, and become crystal clear. Maybe write on a piece of paper, what is it that you believe you want to experience in this world? And who are you in that world that you want to experience? And then become that person. We all do. Okay. All of my love. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I see you again. Maybe I don't think I will see you tomorrow. I have such a full day tomorrow, but definitely on Monday. Until then, bye bye for all.